know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance. I say.
Hi, I'm your host tonight on What Matters at the Roundtable. Stanley West McPherson, April the 19th, 2016. We're on Pegasus, we're live on Channel 13, Time Warners. You can call us tonight, live at the studio. Area code 607-272-0319. You might want to say something, you might want to get in on a conversation. You might have a solution. So you can call us tonight. If you missed tonight's broadcast that's live, you can pick us up Wednesday night at 9 p.m. or Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Also with me, special guest again here, Ed Dvorak is back with us. Also co-host Milton Webb. We're here talking more about the living wage. Going to get into the program, but before that, we want to say to those that go out and vote, all day. I forgot to vote, so I'm going to make a dash after the program to vote. And you can see that all this stuff is in the news and everything, and I, is looking at it like, you know what? This thing here is, hey, it's like a joke. If you forget to vote, come on, so you need somebody in there, because if you don't get nobody in there good, listen, you will forget to vote, because that's basically what you're saying, that you really don't care about what's going on, so that was my mindset, that it's a game going around and around. So, we want someone to be in there good and doing something for the people. So we'll try to get our candidate on the ballot, on the presidential ballot, from these primaries, so you be encouraged to go vote, because I'm going to get out there myself, dash out there and get it, okay? Hey, how you doing, Ed?
We're doing well.
Good.
I did make it down to the polls today. Yep. And I will be very outspoken. I'm a major Bernie supporter.
Okay.
And principal reason that Bernie is really trying to talk to what is happening to the working class in America. And I like the fact that every single time he talks, he brings up the fact that people that are working 40 hours a week don't make enough money to survive, which is directly related to what we do here.
That's
trying
right.
to work for the living wage.
That's right.
So I definitely support the man, and I really think that he's brought a new conversation to America too. Conversation between people that are doing the work in America and the people who kind of live off the wealth that they may have accumulated.
Okay.
So that's a great conversation to open up a little bit.
Yeah, that's my thing was, so much nonsense is in the media. I don't even mess with it, because it's nonsense. No one is not, they're bickering and fighting over this and that and talking stupid trash. I'm not watching that. You people are talking. You need to, put your mouth, where your action is at, because right now you're saying a bunch of nonsense. These people are saying nonsense. They're talking trash. They fight against each other. Oh, they're still with the all going email nonsense. Come on, these people, they're playing games. They're getting money, campaign money. They're getting all kind of things. They're getting everything, but they're not doing nothing for the people. And then when the polls come, they want you to put them in there, and they want to be on the ballot. They want to be all these family parties, the single party, the women party, all these parties they want to be on. They bought this stuff. But no one is, doing nothing, saying, yo, I'm going to give you a living wage. I'm going to help you out, man, because I see you struggling. They're not doing none of this. They're not saying nothing. They're talking nonsense.
They're talking about all the stuff that they're going to do as far as like taxes and all this other stuff. Everybody knows you cannot stop taxes. They're going to rise. They're going to go up. They're going up. Taxes are going to be there. So you can sit there and talk about taxes all you want, but they're going to be there. Ain't nobody, like Stanley said, ain't nobody talking about giving this man money for a living wage. They're not talking about giving this company an exempt so they can give their people a living wage. They're not talking about helping people get money to live. That's the bottom line when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, one of the things that I still find very disturbing, I didn't understand why Obama, with 8 years in office, didn't do more for the working class. I mean, I'm just being very honest. I felt that here was a man who understood the plight of the working class in America, but yet during his 8 years in office, most of the wealth was taken by people who are already rich.
Okay, well, you know what? I could really say something to that. Far as Congress tied his hands.
Yes.
And when they tied his hands, they made it where you and I would think and say that he ain't did nothing for the people because they didn't want to do nothing. Now, I remember in 1933, when Roosevelt was president, Congress left. You know what Roosevelt did? He put in an executive order, martial law, and he made them come back and do law. President Obama might have to do the same thing. He might have to. I read this. I went online and got this. This is 1933. President Roosevelt went and put martial law because they walked out. This thing, and they didn't have a body. He said, no. Y'all swore to this office. And he came with martial law and put them back in the office. And guess what? They did what they needed to do. See, that's what you got to do. You got to use the law against these people because they swore an oath unto God that they would hold office. Now you have to force them to hold office. And this is what he did. And people don't know that. They don't know that. But the first thing they'll say, that they can do that. No. He brought in an executive order, and made Congress do business. So guess what? Maybe that needs to happen again.
It really sounds like it should because, if you follow all the things that happen, and every time that, President Obama tried to do something, they veto him. So they can only veto him so much, and he's just one person, and then he's fighting the whole cabinet there. So therefore, once they veto him, there ain't too much he can do. So it's like, they, like Stanley said, they tied his hands. That's what happened when it came up about that gun law and all that other stuff. Well, you don't want to do this, now I'll take away your guns. All right, this is what happened for this.
Right.
Hey, you don't want to give these people no ways and means of living? Oh, okay, well, wait a minute. You can't walk around with more than 7 bullets in your clip. All right? So it wasn't the way of saying, I can't do this. It was more or less Congress going, well, you know what? We don't want that.
Right.
So we're not going to have that.
Okay.
So therefore, this is what we're going to do for you. All right? We're going to fix it the way you can't give these people a living wage. But then again, you're going to have to do something. So we're going to fix it the way you can't give them as much as a living wage. So it went from $7.55 to $9. From $9 to $9.75.
Right.
Now everybody thinks somebody's doing something. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
At $9.75,
Thank you.
you ain't doing nothing.
No, thank you.
Nothing.
Ain't doing nothing.
You ain't. You know what? You ain't doing nothing because when it comes right down to it, $9.75 ain't doing nothing for you. $10 ain't gonna do nothing for you. $10.75 ain't gonna do nothing for you. $11 ain't even gonna get you up over the hump. Okay? And everybody talking about, like Cuomo.
Yeah.
$12.50. you can barely see over the hill. You can barely see the hill. But when it comes right down to it, you want to do this $15 thing? Okay, that's fine. But to be honestly and truthful with you,
Right.
$15 an hour ain't going to do nothing for you. Because they're going to raise taxes. Then they're going to raise the price of everything in the store.
Right.
So that $15 ain't going to really do nothing for you until you mess around here and you start making money to where that $15 an hour go up to $17 an hour,
right.
and everything stays the same
Right.
as far as the bread, the milk, the eggs, the bills, your rent, insurance on the car, gas. If everything stays where it is, you be lucky. You might get the $15 an hour to do something for you. But if it doesn't stay where it is and everything starts to rise, you can forget it, man.
That's true.
One of the things that happened in the local business where I work is when they did raise the minimum wage, a lot of the new people who were hired came in at the $9.75.
Right.
And although that's not, a livable wage,
Yeah.
okay, it was more than many people were making who had been working there for a number of years. So
Right.
one of the real problems that we're seeing here is as this living wage becomes more and more of a concern, people who have been working for years and years in these corporations who have never made these wages are not getting any substantial wages themselves.
Exactly.
So that becomes a real conflict between seniority and your new hires that I'm just speaking from my
Yeah.
own local
Right.
I understand.
observation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a real bone of contention, and it was pretty volatile actually.
Well, you see, when it comes down like that, the first thing that happens is, say I've been working here for 10 years. I'm only making $8.75. You come in here making $9.75. All right, my pay is supposed to go up just like yours.
Right.
All right, so now when my pay don't go up, I'm going to go over here and talk to the man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what you think he going to tell me?
That's right.
Oh, it's going to take a little time.
Yeah.
It didn't take you no time to give him $9.75.
Yeah.
So why I got to wait? So when I do get this $9.75, are you going to back probe on me? Are you going to give me the money that I should have been getting? All right, that extra money that I should have been getting? Are you going to throw that in on my check too? These are the things that these companies are sitting back talking about. Well, if they don't ask for it, don't give it to them. And this is where you have the problem, man, when you got the people coming in talking about, all right, like say you just started working $9.75.
Right.
I've been working here $8.75. So now, when you come in here at $9.75, I should be at $9.75, if not more. Because now you're coming in at a higher wage that I've been coming in, breaking my fingers to the bone. All right, getting up, coming here, moving all these heavy boxes and all this other stuff. And you just walking here, and I got to tell you what to do, and you are making more money than me. It be's a problem. It be's a problem.
To say the least.
Look what Horizon did. Horizon had all of the people on the picketing line because they wanted more money. So what they did was they trained the workers that was accounted for outside the line and hired them with lower pay, okay? Because the other ones wanted more money. So they gave the ones that they hired, trained them and hired them, the basic pay, okay? The other ones on the outside picketing line is asking for more money. Not the basics, but more. And so you can see what the companies are
Right.
doing. But they trying to undercut the workers that was on the outside of the line because they say, listen, the CEO is saying we're not trying to give y'all no more money. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut one person's share in half, okay, and make two out of it. And this is what they're doing, okay? They're taking one salary and making two by hiring two new people, okay, and giving them the basics. Now, my thing is, why don't these people see it? Because they know that you can't live on that. Why are you standing there to take that?
One of the real problems I see in all of this, and I see it every day on the shop floor, okay, they